Today we've got a look at REVOLOG VOLVOX Film. Coming right up. With a few exceptions here and there, most of my videos here on YouTube fall into one of two categories. Either inexpensive cameras or specialty film stock. So in other words, cheap cameras and weird film. And of all the videos I upload, the ones that get the most engagement by far are the camera reviews. And yet, here I am again with another specialty film review. And the reason for that is I have shot a ton of specialty film stocks this year. And we'll get to the reasons behind that with a little commentary after we see the images. Now, before we get to see the images, I want to describe again what REVOLOG VOLVOX Film is. Let's start with that name. It is a horrible name. It sounds vaguely anatomical. At least with REVOLOG texture film, you knew from the name that you're going to get some interesting textures on your images. But REVOLOG VOLVOX Film is another specialty film that starts life as a consumer grade film that then gets exposed to special light effects. You can see from the canister, with this film, you'll get bright green dots in different shapes and sizes all over the picture. The dots are more visible in the darker parts of the image, and that was definitely true with the REVOLOG texture film I reviewed here a few months ago. Everything else you need to know is right on the label here. You can see it is, of course, C41 film, 36 exposures, 200 ISO, and it is DX coded 135 or 35 millimeter film. And if we peel back the label, we can see, just like REVOLOG texture film, this is Kodak Color Plus 200. Alright, now that we know what the film is, let's check out some images taken on my Minolta AFC. I wasn't crazy about this roll, and a big part of that's on me. I think the subject matter I chose to shoot just didn't mesh that well with this effect, and it reminds me of a comment I got from talented photographer Darren Crabb a few months ago. Darren says that he always gets a good fix of Americana from my shots, and it's true, I've never met an old barn or covered bridge I didn't like. Darren lives across the pond in Devon, and he's on Instagram at Crabstar. I'll leave links to his YouTube channel and Instagram in the description down below. So, old barns and Americana may not be the best fit for this film, and I don't know what would be. Maybe musicians at a concert might be good, maybe a night sky. So my experience with these specialty films has really been pretty hit or miss so far. So I think it's fair to ask, why have I shot so many weird films this year? And one of the reasons is availability. It seems like everywhere I go, this specialty film is staring me in the face. I'm lucky enough to live within a half-hour's drive of 3 different stores that almost always have specialty films available. That even carried over to my trip to New York last month when I went to B&H and couldn't pass up a roll of REVOLOG Plexus film too. The other reason I've been shooting a lot of these films is, hey, I've been around for a long time and I've shot a lot of film stocks. And I think I'm just looking for something new and different, and love them or hate them, these specialty film stocks are definitely different. Now, the advantages and disadvantages of REVOLOG VOLVOX film are pretty much the same as the advantages and disadvantages of the REVOLOG texture film I reviewed a while back. So again, advantages are you can get creative effects without having to worry about settings for double exposures or without worrying about contaminating your C41 chemistry like film soup might do. Biggest disadvantage is, again, these effects are very repetitive, very monotonous, and you are committed to the same effect for 36 exposures in a row. Now, if you're looking for creative effects where you don't have to be committed to a whole roll of the same effect, you could look into one of the specialty filters from Spectrum Effects. A photographer I've mentioned here before, SRAD, who is on Instagram at SRADOnFilm, she recently uploaded a video featuring one of these Spectrum Effect filters. If you want to see what kind of results she got, you can click on the link in the description. And while you're clicking things, please consider subscribing and clicking the thumbs up if you like this video. You can always find more of my photography over on Instagram at TheOldCameraGuy. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, do some good, have some fun, and shoot some film.